flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
Ja gut, das ist natürlich bitter.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe
Ach so, lol.
Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars.
Ah, schön. Mein größter Fan. Ich habe mich der Constellation erst angeschlossen, also bin ich wohl kaum ein leuchtender Stern. Flucht der Fleet.
Oh, don't be so modest. It was all over SSNN. Lone miner tames the Crimson Fleet, saves a member of Constellation, and steals the hearts of millions, no, trillions. And now you're standing here next to me. Oh, it really is you, right? Oh, you are definitely the brightest, biggest star in any constellation. There's no maybes about it. I have an eye for these things. Not that you're hard to see with that halo on your head. Although at first, I wasn't sure if it was just the glare.
Alter, es geht mir jetzt schon auf den Sack, den Typen zu haben.
What are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead.
Der Typ geht mir jetzt schon auf den Sack, Alter. Ich hab ihn nur einmal getroffen.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
Zweifellos übertrieben. Das Schicksal, sieh mal, ich hatte nur gerade meine Angelegenheit im Kopf, als du auf mich zukommst. Du bist deinen Tag anders angegangen?
Oh, yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate. Are you saying I looked you up, tracked you down, and followed you all the way here? Who'd be crazy enough to do that? I'd have to know what you looked like first, and now I do. Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way.
Wenn du deiner Crew den riesigen Fan zuweist, wird er essentiell, bist du... Wow. Ja komm, für den Joke nehmen wir ihn mal mit. Später können wir ihn ja immer noch wegschmeißen, oder? Aber Alter, der geht mir so auf den Sack.
You won't be disappointed.
Okay, ich kann ihn der Frontier zuweisen. Okay, aber heißt das, ich kann nur eine Person mit mir rumlaufen haben? In dem Fall jetzt halt sie.
My colleague has an amazing relic in his possession.
I am a manager.
spoon
I should
recovered
be
from Earth.
managing.
Ah, wonderful. I knew George would make the exchange. He could never resist foodware from Earth. You've done me a great service today,
I
friend.
will not make.
I'll be sure to never take this gem for granted ever again. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Sehr
Until
gerne.
next time.
Level. Geil. Okay. Beim Suchen von Hatern besteht die Chance, dass du zusätzliche Credits findest. Taschendiebstahl? Ja, wir nehmen mal Boost Packs.
Nice. There's some up in the back. See if you can't organize a little.
Nice. Tab. Stimmt. Ich sollte noch mit irgendeinem Typen sprechen. Noch eine Nebenmission. Mars District. Mars District müssen wir, glaube ich, auch noch mal für die Story hin. Ja. Okay, aber die Boosts sind eher so potenziell, wenn du... Hä? Wieso ist das jetzt da unten?
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside. Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Was ist das hier?
This is Mast, the beating heart of the United Colonies. Every decision made in the civilized galaxy takes place inside these walls.
Und was machst du hier?
I'm one of Mast's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly.
Auf der Suche nach Arbeit. Bin ich auf der Suche nach Arbeit? Naja.
Most of Mast's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise. But if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly.
Sprich mit Commander Tuala doch über den Vanguard.
Take care now.
Ah. Lass mich raten.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
Was ist denn die Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Ja.
Excellent. Just
Kann man
need to
doch
do a
mal
little
mitnehmen.
paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first. Head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted.
Ja.
Have some questions?
Mein Gott, Alter. Möchte was Bestimmtes über den Aufnahmeprozess der Vanguard wissen.
Sure thing. What do you want to know?
Wo registriere ich mich
Just
nochmal?
hop into the elevator. You want the button for Vanguard Orientation Hall. Register yourself at the terminals in the lobby and the exam system will get you to where you need to go.
Was genau mache ich da?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Erzählst du mir was über die Prüfung und diese
For the exam, we'll be putting you
Probemission?
through a combat flight simulation. Let us see your piloting skills, evaluate how you behave under pressure, all without any risk of you inadvertently getting blown out an airlock. For the probationary mission, though, we'll be sending you out on a job all on your own. The specifics of the mission vary by what's available at the time. But we're not about to ask you to storm a Crimson Fleet base or whatever. At least, not on Mission 1. More likely, you'll be making a drop-off to some UC citizens in an area that's outside normal naval patrols. There'll be a risk of hostile contacts, but that's far from guaranteed.
Ich verletze mich dabei aber nicht,
The
oder?
exam's just a simulation. Only way you'll be hurt there is if you trip on your way inside. Now, for the probationary mission, we select those specifically to ease you into the type of work you'll be doing here. Make sure you're capable of handling things on your own. But I can't promise it'll be risk-free. The UC sends us on jobs because there could be combat. This mission would be no different. Now, if that's a deal-breaker, I won't be offended if you walk away. But this is the military. The chance of conflict is kind of in the job description.
Bin
I'll keep an eye out
bereit.
for your results.
Aber da
Something
gab es
wrong
noch
with the
mehr.
exam?
Wie lange bist du schon bei der Vanguard,
Me?
Commander?
6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life. So it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
Dieses Gebäude heißt MASS, oder? Was ist das denn für ein Name?
MASS is short for Military Administrative and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the 3 co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
Warum sind die UC auf die Hilfe von ausländischen Piloten angewiesen?
Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
Okay. Ja, bevor ich jetzt das mit der Constellation anspreche, kümmern wir uns mal erstmal darum. Ah. Okay, wir machen erstmal das. Statt um die Vanguard beizutreten. So. Moin. Vanguard-Registrierung. Aktuelles Kopfgeld 0. Um dich für die Bewerbung anzumelden, wähle bitte die Beitrittsvereinbarung. Jo. Durch Beitritt zur United Colonies Vanguard erklären Sie sich einverstanden, Pflichten für die besiedelten Kolonien zu übernehmen, die Sie und Ihr Schiff in ernste Gefahr bringen und sogar zum Tod führen können. Im Gegenzug entlohnt die United Colonies Vanguard alle Captains ihrer Erfahrung und dem Anspruch der Aufgabe entsprechend. Alle Bewerberinnen müssen einen simulierten Kampfflug befriedigend abschließen, eine Probemission erfolgreich bewältigen. Wird beides erfüllt, erklärt sich die United Colonies Vanguard bereit, den Antrag auf Bürgerrechte zu unterstützen. Sie garantiert die Gewährung der Bürgerrechte, sobald lange genug gedient wurde und Auszeichnungen erworben wurden. Stimmen Sie der obigen Vereinbarung zu und wünschen Sie der United Colonies Vanguard beizutreten. Ich stimme zu. Optional erkunde die Orientierungshalle. Okay. Bitte gehe durch die Orientierungshalle in den Prüfungsraum.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a tip. There's a way to hack the Vanguard exam. Get yourself a better score.
Aha.
I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
Making better worlds for humanity.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
Tja, hat man wirklich die komplette Menschheit runterholen können? New factions rise.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Sarah, was machst du da? Kannst du bitte aufhören, den USEC-Soldaten zu belästigen? Oder Soldatin, I guess.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the
Mag
settled
den
systems.
Anzug.
Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. but none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war. The Serpent's Crusade.
Ja,
The
und
Freestar
ihr?
Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Okay, also die beiden Fraktionen haben sich von den United Colonies abgetrennt und danach erstmal Krieg geführt. Nicht schlecht. Der Krieg von Narion. Ach du. Der Krieg von Narion begann im Jahr 2196 und war der erste große Konflikt der Menschheit in den Sternen. Heute noch gilt er als das Ereignis, das die Zukunft der besiedelten Systeme entschied. Als erster großer Konflikt, bei dem in großem Umfang Schiffe zum Einsatz kamen, mit denen Grafsprünge möglich waren, gab es im Krieg von Narion kaum wichtige Raumschlachten. Der Krieg war eher ein ausgedehntes Katz-und-Maus-Spiel der beiden Mächte, bei dem die bis an die Zähne bewaffnete und professionelle UC Navy immer wieder versuchte, die etwas chaotische, jedoch gerissene Freestar-Flotte in die Enge zu treiben. Da der entscheidende Schlag trotz aller Mühen auf sich warten ließ, griffen die UC zu immer härteren Taktiken, um das Collective zum Aufgeben zu zwingen, jedoch ohne Erfolg. Im Gegenteil, nach vielen langen Jahren des Krieges ohne nennenswerte Fortschritte wandte sich sogar die Bevölkerung der UC selbst gegen die Sache und selbst New Atlantis wurde durch Proteste in Aufruhr versetzt. Die Einwohner forderten ein humanes Ende des Krieges. Als dann endlich der finale Schlag erfolgte, die UC Navy trieb die Freestar-Flotte 2216 in die Enge, 20 Jahre später, und vernichtete sie. War das ein unbefriedigender Sieg? Aus den folgenden Verhandlungen, die im Vertrag von Narion gipfelten, gingen die besiedelten Systeme, wie wir sie heute kennen, hervor. Obwohl die UC den Krieg gewonnen hatten, waren sie nicht zu beneiden, da sie selbst in ihrem Heimatsystem als brutale Aggressoren dargestellt wurden. Deshalb gaben die UC im Geiste der Einigkeit und des dauerhaften Friedens den Forderungen des Freestar Collective und der Narion-Siedler nach, deren Absprachen den Konflikt überhaupt erst ausgelöst hatten. Sie übergaben Narion an das Collective, so wie es zu Beginn der Feindseligkeiten gefordert worden war, einschließlich Klinik der medizinischen Sternstation. So entstand das heutige Freestar Collective. Im Gegenzug verlangten die UC zwei Zugeständnisse. Erstens eine Entschädigung für den Schaden in Form von Schiffrechten auf verschiedenen Welten der Galaxie. Die zweite und signifikantere Forderung war, dass keine Fraktion jemals mehr als 3 Systeme kolonisieren dürfe. Die UC würden Alpha Centauri, Sol und Wolf besiedeln. Und dem Freestar Collective würden Cheyenne, Wooly und Narion zufallen. Das Freestar Collective stimmte diesen Bedingungen zu, was zur Entstehung und gesetzlichen Festschreibung der heutigen besiedelten Systeme führte. Seit diesem Tag ist der Vertrag von Narion der Grundstein aller modernen politischen Beziehungen und der einzige offizielle Verstoß führte zum größten Konflikt der Galaxie, dem Koloniekrieg. Weitere Informationen über den Koloniekrieg gibt es im Wandgemälde Konflikt unter den Sternen. Okay, wait, das heißt, es sind nur Alpha Centauri, Sol, Wolf, Cheyenne, Wooly und Narion besiedelt? Nur diese 3 Sternsysteme? Okay.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jahren, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Conflict among the stars. Okay.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC Xeno weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Okay, das heißt aber, es gab schon mal einen Konflikt. Der wurde dann beigesetzt. Dann gab es den Vertrag von Nerion. Jeder hat 3 Systeme. Und Freestar Collective hat sich dann irgendwann ein 4. gegönnt. Daraufhin gab es nochmal Krieg. Und den hat Freestar Collective tatsächlich gewonnen.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinium? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war.
What the
Might have gotten off too lightly.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
Cool.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinium. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinium found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Okay. Lol, ich setze dich da einfach hin. Es dauert ihr zu lang.
After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Ja. Aber die Menschheit findet immer wieder neue Sachen. Der Vanguard is born.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Okay, jetzt frage ich mich, ist das ein Trick? Weil das UC-Heer und das Freestar Collective Militär wurden ja in einem Vertrag geschrumpft. Ist das jetzt quasi so was Ausgelagertes, dass man sagen kann, hey, aber wir haben ja doch noch was? So unter der Hand irgendwie?
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Okay. Dann sind wir anscheinend endlich durch und können mit dem Test beginnen. Robsi, dankeschön für den Raid. Was hast du gespielt? Aber war nice, so ein paar Hintergründe zu erfahren.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Schon cool. Ach, na
I've spent a
Kacke.
fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Ich werde meinen Spaß haben. Hoffe ich zumindest. Aber erstmal will ich mich umgucken. Hier ist alles stehlen. Ich will nichts stehlen. Da geht's zum Mast. Das ist auch stehlen. Okay. Ein gelber Stift. Na gut. Dann versuchen wir uns mal zu beweisen, dass wir der UC Vanguard würdig sind.
This is the Mark 18 flight
Guck mal,
simulation
Luke Skywalker ist auch dabei.
currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
Simulationssteuerung. Bitte auf den Piloten und die... Ja, okay. Debug, ach, Debug, Schmiebug, sag ich immer. Geil. Nice. Okay. Wir nehmen Platz. Und wir machen uns ready für die Aufnahmeprüfung.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Wir geben mal die Schilde ein bisschen mehr.
New targets active.
Oh ja. I can see. Warte mal, ich habe ja super viele Punkte.
You must be able to do better than that.
Ich habe jetzt erst gesehen, dass ich super viele Punkte habe. Ich hatte irgendwie noch 13, die nicht zugewiesen wurden. Ach Leute, ich schieße die ganze Zeit ballistisch. Weil bei meinem Schiff ist das andersrum. Bei meinem Schiff schieße ich mit Rechtslaser.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Deswegen mache ich so wenig Damage an seinem Schild. Na, das erklärt alles.
New targets active.
Es hat nichts mit Stupid zu tun, wenn ich hier... Ich schieße schon wieder falsch, ich Idiot.
Target defeated.
Das hat nichts mit Stupid zu tun, wenn ich zum zweiten Mal erst in dem Spiel fliege.
You won't defeat us. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached.
Und
Initiating
ich hab's ja
Tier
gesehen,
3.
soweit ich sehen konnte. Rette dich auf den nächsten... Was ist das denn? Achso, das Ding muss ich wahrscheinlich beschützen oder so?
New targets active.
Wait, das ist mein Schiff. Also nicht mein Schiff, aber ein Schiff. Was kein Gegnerschiff ist.
Target defeated.
Unsere Hülle geht ein bisschen down. Ne, unser Schild geht down, nicht unsere Hülle. Guck mal kurz, ob wir ein bisschen Abstand machen können, damit unser Schild wieder hochfährt. Ja, ich bin die ganze Zeit noch in New Atlantis.
This is futile.
Ach, ich schieß schon wieder falsch, ich Idiot. Mein Gott, Alter.
Targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to report your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Ooh. Remaining Tiers? Wir machen mal die Remaining Tiers.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
Langsam wird's happig, Alter.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
Ja, wenn ich Zeit habe, kann ich in den Chat gucken. Nehmen wir vom Antrieb ein bisschen was weg und machen mal Damage. Oh Gott, Alter. Jetzt geht's aber ab.
Target defeated.
Die Höhenintegrität deines Schiffs ist niedrig. Fällt sie auf 0, explodiert dein Schiff. Drücke 0, um dein Schiff zu reparieren. Die Reparatur verbraucht Schiffsteile. Warum 0? Deine Mutter ist eine 0. Nee, oh. Oh, nicht 0. Ach, meine kompletten Systeme sind auch... Warte mal. Doch 0? 0? Oh? Ah, ich muss öfters drücken. Anscheinend. Ich habe das Gefühl, ich habe keine Schiffsteile mehr. Und ich habe das Gefühl, das war's.
You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Da wurden wir hops genommen. Aber die sind auch Stufe 46. Also angefangen hatten wir mit 30. Ah, guck mal, wir fliegen wieder. Warte mal, kann ich euch jetzt hops nehmen? Ah, nee, ist ausgesetzt. Okay. Ja, okay. Dann steigen wir mal aus. Oh. Ja, oh, 0, Schmull. Irgendwie so. Simulationssteuerung. Ah, okay, man könnte die aktuelle Stufe neu starten. Nee, wir haben ja unseren Test gemacht. Gezeichnet, aktuellen Lauf, fortsetzen, Simulator verlassen. Und wir haben bestanden, soweit ich gehört habe. Wir sind ja sogar...
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run. Good showing in there, applicant.
Dankeschön. Wir haben ja sogar, glaube ich, 2 Stufen mehr gemacht, als wir hätten machen sollen. So. Ja, aber es ist schwer zu erkennen, ob es ein O oder eine 0 ist, wenn du die ganze Zeit im Stress bist und versuchst, das Schiff zu reparieren. Versuchst dich zu bewegen, aber merkst du kannst dich nicht bewegen, weil das Schiff fast im Arsch ist.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
Ich bin fertig mit der Pilotenprüfung und sie haben gemeint, ich solle hierher zurück.
Ah, So these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Yes. Sir, jawohl, Sir. Aber zackig. Was müssen wir denn noch besprechen? Ich habe, Sir, jawohl,
I
Sir.
like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that waiver some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
Gerne.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands.
Geil. Ich mach dann
We could bring you on as a provisional
am
member today.
3.9.2033 mache ich ein Video. Ich habe endlich die UC Citizenship.
All UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
Ich können wir etwas anderes kriegen. Ich möchte unabhängig bleiben. Ja, also letztendlich, ne, muss ich ja nicht das machen, was die mir geben. Weiß nicht. Ja, aber so arbeitet Bethesda schon immer tatsächlich.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Ich folge dich.
Another day, another shift.
Beautiful day, nice weather. Warum bin ich schneller als er? Immerhin habe ich jetzt wieder das Problem, dass ich schneller bin. Nicht so wie, wie beim letzten Stream. Beziehungsweise beim vorletzten Stream. Wo ich plötzlich so langsam war.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities?
I swear.
And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I swear. Ich habe es nicht mit Verpflichtung, aber na schön, bei allen Einsätzen ist aber ganz schön viel, darüber muss ich noch mal.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Yes.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Supra et Ultra. Was machst du mit deinen Händen? Die sind noch da. Die hat dir niemand plötzlich abgesägt. Ja, sie sind immer noch da. Du hast erst vor 5 Sekunden nachgeguckt. Mein Gott, Alter. What the murder? Ich habe keine Ahnung, woran das lag. Als ich das Spiel dann, ich hatte abends dann ja nochmal gestreamt. Und da hat es funktioniert. Nee, Moment. Das haben wir noch als Aufgabe. Das ist aus irgendwelchen Gründen da unten.
Really?
Also ich denke, Spiel Neustart hat es halt einfach gesäuft in dem Fall. Verteidigungsforschung, medizinischer Dienst und Ages. Ich würde aber sagen, den Stuff machen wir nicht mehr heute. Denn wir haben jetzt 9:45 und die Hunde wollen raus. Ich will noch ein bisschen entspannen. Beautiful day, nice weather. Ihr kennt den Lachs. Für die Leute auf YouTube, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Weiter geht's für euch, wie gewohnt, einfach morgen. Für mich vielleicht auch, vielleicht aber auch nicht. Kommt drauf an. Aber ich wünsche euch jetzt erstmal noch einen schönen restlichen Tag. Und morgen geht's weiter. Haut rein!